Welcome to Attack of the Buns, a bikepacking route in New South Wales taking you from Bungendore to Bundanoon, covering over 300 kilometres and 5,000 metres of climbing. The trail weaves through forest and fire trails, past wild rivers, remote ridgelines, and some of the best gravel riding that New South Wales has to offer. Now, I've always wanted to ride Attack of the Buns, and when I saw a public holiday coming up, I figured it was finally time to give it a shot. On bikepacking.com, it's rated 3 out of 10 in difficulty, but a brief scroll through the comments say otherwise. Most people struggle to finish it in 3 days, especially in winter, so I asked myself, could I actually do it in 3 days? And in June? That was silly enough to pique my interest, so I packed my bags, made my way to Bungendore, and gave it a shot. This is part 1 out of a 3-part series where I attempt to cover Attack of the Buns over 3 days. Today, I push myself to the limit. I start well before sunrise and ride deep into the afternoon, chasing one of the most iconic views of the entire route. But with the winter daylight fading fast, would I make it in time?
Oh shit! Oh! Oh no! Oh.
Starting in Bungendore at 6:30 AM, I rolled out into the pre-dawn darkness. The air was crisp, it was slightly damp, and it was freezing. Good morning. It's about 0 degrees Celsius. There is a light drizzle in the air, and let's have some fun. Just leaving Bungendore now. Feeling good so far. Bike's feeling good. We're just riding on some pavement at the moment. Looking forward to hitting some gravel. Let's go. Staying at the Lake George Hotel the night before allowed for a quick start without the hassle of packing up camp. With my bike lights blinking, I aim for Mulloon Campground about 33 kilometres away with 550 metres of elevation gain in between. Alright, I'm about 10k's in, warming up ever so slightly, so I might actually take some kit off and keep going. So far it's just been a bitumen road, not much in the way of traffic, maybe 1 or 2 cars so far. Yeah, bit of a breeze, and at this stage I think I'm a bit lucky because I'm experiencing a bit of a tailwind. Anyway, let's get back to it. Beautiful hard packed gravel, a few corrugations here and there, but can't complain, this is nice. Coming into the township of Hoskin Town. Welcome. And we're back on gravel. There we go. Kangaroo. There we go. Just came up a bit of an uphill. Bit undulating until my first kind of milestone, which is Mulloon Creek campsite. Anyway, this is nice, hey. Okay, on the way down to Mulloon Creek. I kept hearing the squeaking noise. Something's rubbing, I don't know what it is, but I think I figured it out. I just lost a bit of clearance here. I need to tighten things up. So I'm gonna do that now. Fix it early before it gets worse. Trail so far, oh, so good. Yeah, so nice. Exactly why we do these things, right? Like, feels super remote. It's in decent condition. I'm not struggling for my life with everything, and no one out here, just us and nature. What more could you ask for? Anyway, maybe I'm being too cheery too early in the day. That's a bit better. Okay. Apart from that, I am a little bit cold. My hands are cold, my toes are cold, but it's like a battle because you're riding uphill, you get too hot, and then you descend and you freeze to death. What can you do? Anyway, I'm going to stop at Mulloon Creek, which should be not far away, and I'll see you then. Cool. So, I think this is Mulloon Creek. I do not want to get my feet wet. It is so cold. Oh, what do we do? Should we just go for it? I think so. Am I in the right gear? I hope so. Yeah. Okay. One hand is too, that's done. And my feet are wet. Oh god. That was dumb. Was it? I didn't really have much choice. Anyway, we're at a campsite. I think this is Mulloon Creek. It's amazing. Oh, so good. My feet are nice and wet. Exactly what I need on a cold day. That's right. I'm gonna just have a quick snack and then keep moving on. I've got a bit of a climb to get to out of here, but man, if it was a hot day, this would be so pleasant to swim in. But for now, it'd be like an ice bath. You just like, just the thought of my toes right now being so cold. Extend that to the rest of your body. Anyway, snack time. Hello, my name is Prowie and I'm riding Attack of the Buns. I'm currently at Mulloon Creek. It is so beautiful here. I'm just kind of enjoying the water sweeping below my feet. My next stop from here is Bombay Campground, which is about 18 k's from here. A little bit of uphill. The morning so far has been delightful. My feet are really cold because I just went through a creek crossing and got my feet wet, but that's okay. That's part of the fun. What else can I say? This is bloody brilliant. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, today's goals. So today's goal is to get to Wog Wog, which is about just under 100 k's from Bungendore. Pending light and how I feel by then, I may push on. There are a few campsite options beyond that. Whether or not I feel like riding in the dark will depend on how I feel later this afternoon. Right now, my energy levels are high, as you can probably tell in my voice. And yeah, I am gravely intimidated by this trail. You know, there's a lot of elevation gain. I know the last day there's the Nerriga Pass, which has like, you know, over 500 meters of elevations. I've gone it the other way and it was fantastic, but I remember my brakes absolutely smoking from going downhill a hill that steep. So I can't imagine going up it is very pleasant. I also don't know how I'm going to get home. So there's a bit of a weird transport situation here in Sydney where you need to pay for a bike box to put it on the train. And I don't have a bike box. So I've booked a train ticket, but I don't know if I can actually get on the train. I guess we'll find out about that a little bit later. But in order to minimize any potential headaches, I want to get there as soon as I can. Or at least I want to cover as much distance as I can in day 1 and day 2, so day 3 won't be as a logistical nightmare where I have to arrange all this stuff in the dark. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving, and I'll see you probably at Bombay Campground. By the way, are these death cap mushrooms? Asking for a friend. Oh, I think I can do this one without getting my feet wet. I might actually be sensible and get off the bike. Alright. Nice, nice. I mean, my feet are already wet, so I don't know why. I guess, yeah, I couldn't see how deep that water was, so. Alright, good choice, Rowie. This section of trail is bloody beautiful. You can tell a bushfire's been through here not so long ago, maybe last year or the year before, and there's a lot of regrowth coming up through as well. And I just saw a whole bunch of Banksias. Actually, I might stop my bike here and take you there. These are gorgeous. We're in June. Look, I'm not a flower guy, but you got to appreciate it when you see it. Look at this, so pretty. And it's not just those, there's heaps of them around. So nice. Anyway, I just thought I'd stop and show you that because, I don't know, sometimes you gotta stop and smell the roses. Yeah, just down there's like a whole pot of them. Anyway, keep cracking. My feet update. I guess in terms of a feet update, they're still cold, but they kind of feel like they're numb. They kind of feel like, you know when you're really cold and you jump in a hot shower and like it stings? That's what my feet feel like right now. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. To be honest, I feel a little bit conflicted, right? Like, one of my fears at the moment is that we're in June, the daylight hours are super limited, like it's sunset before 5, and so I need to make the most out of the day and ride as much as I can. But at the same time, I need to stop sometimes and just like take it in, right? Like, anyway, so there's this like devil and angel on both shoulders. One saying keep riding, and the other one saying stop. You know, take it in. This is what you do this for. But at the same time, like, I still need to get to the end. I don't know. What do you guys do in this situation? Anyway, some more bright colors over there. Look at the yellow on that tree. No idea what it is, but it's pretty. My feet are wet again. Oh no. They just started drying. That was stupid of me. Not gonna lie, I've got a beautiful tailwind right now and it is so delightful. Oh, I feel a bit lucky, just like cruising. Okay, so no idea where that Bombay campsite is. But I've reached the intersection, back onto some bitumen. I think I've got about 8 k's to Braidwood. I'm looking forward to a nice hot pie. So we've covered 52 k's so far, and it has been so nice. I'm really having a good time here. Oh no. You can always smell it before you see it, but there's a dead wombat there. Always sad to see, huh? Oh, so it's the Bombay Bridge. This must be the campsite coming up. So this is the Shoalhaven River. Wow, this looks so nice. Oh my god. So good. I've made it to Braidwood. About 60 k's down. I'm gonna stop off for a pie and maybe pick up a couple of supplies. So we're at Dojo Food and Dojo Bread. It comes highly recommended and it serves owner, Marrickville local. Arriving at Braidwood around 11 AM, I stopped at the Dojo Cafe for a lamb pie and coffee, then stocked up on water and snacks at the local IGA, knowing that the next resupply point wouldn't be until Nowra, some 160 kilometers away. This is good. Hello again. I've just stopped off for a lovely lunch. I had a pie from Dojo Bakery, which came highly recommended from many websites. I picked up a couple of snacks. This is our last stop before Nowra, which is 160 k's away. I think I have enough food. I'm pretty sure I do. I've got 2 dinners. I've got some snacks, lollies. If I ride, yeah, maybe I should pick up some more. I'm not sure. I'm a bit indecisive at the moment, but no, I'm pretty sure I have enough snacks. I'm gonna move on from here, make our way to Wog Wog. So I've covered about 60 k's so far. Wog Wog's probably about 40 k's away. Weather is beautiful, blue skies, no rain. It cleared up a bit, temperature is nice. I'm really having a good time. Looking forward to getting back on trails. The last section was all on tarmac. Luckily, I had a really nice tailwind, which took me into town pretty quickly, but I'm faffing around now, so I've lost all that time in a way. I really wanted to charge some of my gear, but anyway, I can live without. I will see you at our next stop. Alright, bye. Leaving Braidwood, the road was quiet, but I was now battling a cross and headwind. Okay. So I've just done a bit over 76 k's. I'm starting to feel it now. Like, even though it's cold, it's quite sunny, so I figure I put on a bit of sunscreen just to save myself from burning. Anyway, so 76 k's. What's that? 25 k's to Wog Wog campsite. Maybe a bit under 2 hours to get there at 2 or 3, which might give me enough time to make it to the next campsite. I really would like to go to Piercys Clearing, which is 130 k's or so from Bungendore. But we'll see. Like, I've just been riding on tarmac, so we're moving pretty quick. As soon as we go back on gravel, things might slow down a bit. Alright, I'll catch you a little bit later. I see a good sign, gravel road. I don't know why, but something about going on gravel just excites me a little bit. So stupid. Anyway, nice to be back on the gravel. The tarmac was very nice though. I was making some good progress. But so far all the gravel trails have been in really nice condition, so we'll see what this one's like. So nice. What are we? 85 kilometers down. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. You can tell with the trees there's quite a bit of a breeze, and whilst before it was a bit of a tailwind, now it's definitely a cross/headwind, so just got to be patient, take it slow. I'm starting to bonk a bit, so I've just added some carb mix into my water bottle, and I've got a Coke there to top up on sugars, and I've got some lollies to munch on as well. The road itself is quite pleasant. It's just your standard gravel road, 2 lanes, no cars at all, surrounded by farmland with cows and horses and all sorts of other livestock. Enjoying the solitude, enjoying the wind for what it is. Probably about an hour away from the Wog Wog campsite, and I'll probably have another stop there and assess what I want to do from there. Alright, catch you then. This is crazy. I've seen 6 of these in like the last 300-400 meters roadkill. So sad. I think I've got some kind of either a slow leak or just the cold has reduced the tire pressure in my front tire, so I'm gonna just top it up and see if that fixes things, or I need to change the tube. Anyway. Sub 30 PSI. Oh! Shit. I don't know if you saw that or heard that. I think I know the problem. Alright, gotta change a flat. We're going into time-lapse mode. I'll just show you something interesting. So, quite a big blowout. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it was pinched or something like this. I don't know, a bit weird. I'm not going to throw this away. What I might do is this is such a weird angle. Obviously can't patch that, but in last resort, I can tie a knot there and pump that up, and it will like get me to, you know, get me to safety if I need to. I only have 2 more spare tubes and some patches, so gotta hope that I don't get more of those. That was a bit weird, I've never seen that before. Anyway, I'm gonna keep trudging on. See you in a bit. Oh god, I don't want to wet my feet again. Oh no. Let's see, okay, I think okay. Okay. Alright. Dry feet, baby. It's the little things in life. Oh, by the way, a toe update, or foot update. My feet are dry again. There was a period of time when my left foot was incredibly numb, but we're back to being okay. Looks like it's starting to rain, so I bet you as soon as I put this on, it's gonna pass. It's always how it is. It's getting a bit cold anyway, so nice to put on another layer. Okay, so far it's only been a light drizzle and quite windy. The forecast didn't show any rain, but I expected it to happen anyway. My biggest concern with the rain is the creek crossings. If there's enough rain, it's enough to cut the trip short if you can't pass. And let's just hope it stays to a drizzle. I'm pretty sure it won't get any heavier than it is It's a bit overcast, but I don't really see anything suggesting it will be heavier than this. In fact, I do see some blue sky, so let's cross our fingers that it's just a sun shower. So it's beginning to rain sideways. Oh, fucking hell. You probably won't believe this when I say I didn't bring a tent. And I'll explain what I mean by that later. Ah, I love this. Alright, so I've made it to Wog Wog camping area and it is chockers. I can't believe how many cars are here. I'm just going to stop quickly and top up on some water, and decisions have been made for me. I'm going to keep going. Alright, I didn't find any water, but I didn't look very hard. I was kind of keen to keep going. Anyway, next is Korang campsite, about 12 k's from here. You know how my feet were numb before? My hands are like so red. Well, I can feel them, but they're so cold. My gloves are so wet, but on the bright side, look at that, blue skies. So good. Anyway, so what's the time? It's about 2 o'clock. Sunset's 4:30. My campsite's probably about 30-40 k's away. So I think I should get there before dark. I've just ticked over 100 k's. Been really good so far. Now that the sun's out, it's so glorious. Anyway, I'm gonna try warm up my hands. It's so cold. I don't know what to do. Let's keep trudging along. Let's go. I love it. All right, coming up to the end of some gravel, back onto some tarmac. I think we're on here for a little bit before we get off again. So T-junction ahead, and hopefully this is not too long. Let's go. This is my life for the next 10 or so k's. A few cars out and about, but so this is the Korang River. I just stay well clear of the road. It's not worth risking it, you know? This is my life. Coming into Nerriga, you can go straight to go to the town. I'm gonna turn right and get out of here. Welcome to Nerriga. Love it. Team, I've got some good news. We're back on the gravel. Woohoo! Just under 120 k's. I got this little cheat sheet that just tells you how long it is between different spots. So I reckon Endrick River is like 8 k's away, Cliff Views and Piercys Clearing. So we're nearly there. 17 k's, maybe an hour to go. Nice one. Oh, Piercys Clearing. Apparently it's quite nice there. I shall find out. And the good news is it didn't seem like there was that much elevation gain, so yay. Nearly at Endrick River. And then from there it's a hop skipping away from our campsite. Nice. This must be Endrick River. Oh gosh. How do I cross? Do I just get my feet wet at the end of the day? Let's go for a quick explore. How nice is this though? Alright, I think I'm just going to take my shoes off and cross. I know that there's water near the campsite, but you have to go downhill or something. I'm just going to fill up some water here, and then if I need some more water tomorrow, I can do that. Did I say shoes off? Okay. Let's top up on some water first. Alright, let's try this. I'm barefoot. I hope, should I ride it? I don't know. I think I might just walk it. That's a safe option. I'm barefoot. If I fall off and hit, I don't know. Anyway. Haha, it's cold. Haha, ow. So my feet are now completely numb, sandy, and a little bit wet, but that's fine. They'll warm up bit of walking, I've suddenly gotten really hungry. I could really smash a bag of Doritos right now. We're fast approaching golden hour. I'm feeling pretty cooked, hey. Just a bit tired. This trail's a bit rough, so I'm just walking for a bit. Now that my foot's not numb, I realize how much sand I left on it, so that's also a pain. Anyway, nearly there. So nice. Why on earth would they do this? What is this? So painful. I'm running a bit behind, but I'm rushing a bit because those like cliff views that the Attack of the Buns is known for is just coming up, and it's getting dark. I want to catch it before it gets dark, otherwise it'll be such a shame. I feel like I can just see it, but it's a bit of a race against the clock. Oh, I hope I can see it. More of this stuff. So painful. Beautiful. Oh shit. Oh, oh no. Oh. Well. Oh. Oh. I just gotta be careful. Anyway, that was funny. Now I'm wet. Yeah, there's a little watering hole and a wet prowie. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, team. I think I came at the perfect time. Look at this. It's beautiful. Oh. I don't know why I'm emotional. Been a long day. Oh, how good is that? Welcome to oh gosh, I nearly died. Welcome to Attack of the Buns. How good is that? Alright, definitely riding into the night now, but I'm nearly there. I'm probably 2 kilometers or less away. Oh, so close. Where the bloody hell is it? That can't be it. I'm lost. Hello, sorry for ruining the fun. Do you mind if I join? Oh. So I got to Piercy's, the clearing of the campsite, but there was a group of like 5 people there, and I want to just give them their piece. So I'm going to keep riding a tiny bit more and find just a place to camp. My only criteria is I don't really want to be under these trees, and there's so many biggies here. So just before the campsite there was a creek crossing about shin to knee depth. So shoes got wet again, and one thing I decided to forego this trip were my camp sandals, so I'm pretty devo about that. Oh. I think the further I go, the less fussy I become, but it's a bit hard when every tree in this area is gigantic, and it's also really windy, so not much you can do about it. I think I found a spot, bit of a clearing, not too many gigantic trees, especially gum trees around, so I'm gonna call it a day. So that is 137 kilometers along this ride. I think it was just under 11 hours of elapsed time. Average speed of 12.5 k's. It's a good slog. Oh, it's kind of cold. I mentioned before I didn't bring a tent. Instead I brought a poncho tarp, so that's cool set up. So we're in the open air. That's fine. Oh man, what a day. That was so beautiful. After covering 137 kilometers and 2,120 meters of elevation gain, I was thoroughly exhausted. Yet, the day's experiences, from severe forest trails to the breathtaking cliff views, made it an unforgettable start to the journey. And tomorrow, things get even more remote. In part 2, I'll be taking on one of the most isolated stretches of the entire route. I ride across exposed ridgelines and into some of the wildest terrain yet. If you're enjoying the ride so far, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on what's coming next.